Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now I got to make this quick. I got some things to do, but I just hit me. I want to make sure that I said this. I probably said it before in videos. We're going to make this video only about this. Shakur Stevenson, right? When you say that amongst the boxing community, you know, he is considered one of the best boxers we have out here right now. He's a young brother, right? Was in the 126-pound division, dominated that. 130-pound division, dominated that. The best fighter that he had, his adversary, Oscar Valdez, dominated that. Coming up to 135 pounds and damn ready to dominate that. The man is a damn good fighter. You know, southpaw. Just, you know, has all of the intangibles, right? Probably don't have the one-punch knockout power, but hey, a lot of people don't have that if their name ain't Deontay Wilder, Julian Jackson, or something like that. You know what I mean? Thomas Hearns, you know, everybody don't got the one-punch knockout power, you know? Shoot, not even Errol Spence. Errol Spence got the, you know, he got the, I'm going to beat you up the whole day and then you're going down power. So it's not the one-punch power, but he's going to win the fights, and he hasn't been in a close fight, nothing close. So, but what's significant about Shakur Stevenson is this. Don't nobody got to fight him. Don't nobody got to fight this guy. That's when you know you're good. When nobody got to fight you. Awesome fighters. Let me just make sure that this is clear. He just moved up to 135 pounds, so he can't be 135 pounds, and he's feather-fisted. What do I tell you about feather-fisted fighters, people? All feather-fisted fighters get no effing fights. Feather-fisted fighters get no effing fights. Devin Haney, can he get any fights? You know what I'm saying? Took him forever. Shakur Stevenson don't get no fights. Feather-fisted, right? It's a lot of feather-fisted fighters because people don't want to get feather-fisted fighters. You hear that Demetrius Andrade ain't got no punch of power, ain't got no pop, can't get no fights. Because feather-fisted fighters embarrass you over rounds, and I've told you what that's all about. People would rather get knocked the hell out because they can come back and say, hey, you know, I made a mistake and I'll be back, right? When you get beat over 12 rounds, there's nothing. So ain't nobody trying to get in there with Shakur Stevenson, even though he's coming up in weight. And one example is Pitbull Cruz. I'm saying his name, Pitbull, not Isaac, Pitbull. They call him Pitbull. I come forward and I'm not scared of nothing, right? Yeah, he's scared of Shakur Stevenson. He had an eliminator fight right there. Eliminator fight means all you got to do is fight that guy and you're getting a championship fight. Nope, I'm just not going to do it. And I know I'm a Mexican guy, so they'll figure out a way for me to get a championship fight, probably against Gervonta Davis again, without doing anything significant to get it. William Cepeda, supposed to be bad. Ain't he about, I didn't look at his record, but what, 25 and 0 with about 20-something knockouts? Aren't you supposed to be, you know, the bomb? Eliminator fight against Shakur Stevenson. I ain't taking it. I just ain't. I'm going to go fight somebody else and watch. They're going to put me in there and act like I didn't even just ignore this eliminator fight. I ain't going to, all these guys with all this power and Pitbull and coming forward stuff, ain't fighting some feather-fisted Shakur Stevenson, right? Now, here's the deal. Lomachenko just came off of the controversial loss versus Devin Haney, right? What they do? They put him in #1. Now, Shakur Stevenson's number one the whole time, right? Supposed to get a mandatory shot against Devin Haney. They put Lomachenko at #1 in front of him. Why would you do that? All you have to do is say, Lomachenko, here's a fight against Shakur Stevenson. The winner gets Devin Haney if he stays at 135. No, we just put you in front of him, so we gonna say after Kambosos fights again that you can fight Kambosos, and that will be the eliminator. And Shakur Stevenson will be out on the outside looking in. Watch what I tell you. All they have to do is say, okay, Lomachenko, if you really want that rematch with old boy, all you gotta do is beat Shakur Stevenson, or just fight him to a good fight. So he will have to go around Shakur Stevenson. That's how that rolls. And see, here's another thing about Lomachenko, too. The outrage for Lomachenko and Devin Haney is so artificial because if you did, everybody looked at Lomachenko's last fight against Jermaine Ortiz, especially leading up to the Devin Haney fight. Everybody does that. You look at the last fight to see what kind of form they're in. You saw him lose to Jermaine Ortiz. You saw the talent of Jermaine Ortiz. You saw what he did on that night. Jermaine Ortiz clowned him on that fight. Jermaine Ortiz had a good, just a good fight. He had fun in the ring. He showed that he has just as footwork as Lomachenko, either as good or better. They have the myth that he just tired in the last rounds because he wasn't clowning them no more and the fight got close. That doesn't mean he was losing those rounds. Show the rounds and count the ones you gave Lomachenko and the ones you gave him, right? I scored that fight on several occasions. I still have him winning by 2 rounds, and I was being generous, right? But somebody judged that fight 117, 111 for Lomachenko. Where was Teddy Atlas with the screaming and the outrage? It didn't happen until a close fight with Devin Haney and Lomachenko. He could have been screaming then with Jermaine Ortiz. Now, Jermaine Ortiz doesn't want any pity here. He's like, I got a loss. I don't need to hear that I won the fight or anything like that. Let's keep it moving. Wrong idea, right? Because you're talking about Lomachenko here. You're talking about somebody that they said is better than Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Muhammad Ali. You went out there and you clowned that fighter and beat that fighter. You might never have a better performance than this, Jermaine Ortiz, in terms of how significant it was to look that good against that fighter, right? Best fighter out there, pound for pound fighter, right? And you went out there and did a good job, and you should have recognition for it, at least at bare minimum. The same recognition that Lomachenko's getting for having a close fight against 24-year-old Devin Haney, who's supposed to be an email champ. You're supposed to be getting that for fighting somebody who's supposed to be better than Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, and who else? Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali. And here's another thing that happened with your boy Lomachenko. I'm talking about Teddy Atlas, Mr. I'm outraged, right, by the Devin Haney fight. He's standing right next to Terrence Crawford and Andre Ward, 2 Hall of Famers, and said that Lomachenko's better than them. So a fighter of that caliber, you clowned and really won. And we barely talking about Jermaine Ortiz. Now, speaking of Jermaine Ortiz, he's the only one ready and willing to step to Shakur Stevenson. The loser against Lomachenko is ready to do that right away. Anybody else? Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.